What's going on? Just doing this live, man. Just trying to talk about some different issues. You know what I'm saying? One thing for sure I want to just address, you know, I was talking about in my post, I'm like, yo, like we need to put the trees down, right? And I got people that's like trying to fight me over this subject. You feel me? Like trying to fight me. You blowing trees, look, you got an issue. Okay, now some people say I might smoke I smoke every now and then. I smoke every few minutes, or, I'm not smoking like I used to. Marijuana is God's plant to the earth. It never killed nobody. Look, weed ain't like it used to be, bro. I'm just telling you flat out. You can believe me or not, but like I said, since I was 17 years old, I've been dealing with marijuana. The last few months is when I put it down. And I'm telling you right now, I think my mind is so much clearer than it has been in years, right? Did you know this? Did you know that if you smoke one joint, if you smoke one little bitty joint, I'm talking about the old school joint that they used to roll up. If you smoke one joint, you are high chemically and physically 24 hours after you don't feel it no more, right? You are high 24 hours after you don't feel it no more. That's one joint. Now, guess what? People not smoking joints no more. They're smoking blunts. They rolling up 5 grams. They rolling up 3.5 grams in one blunt, right? So that means if you're high 24 hours after you don't feel high no more, but still physically and chemically, you still high. This is research being done. You're still high off of one joint. People are smoking blunts. People are smoking grams at a time. So that means it's some people in this world that haven't looked at life without being high in years. Now, it's a problem with that. It's a problem with that. If you ain't looked at your life without being high in years, just be honest, man. I'm honest with myself. Like, this is no judgment. I'm not judging nobody. I'm not judging nobody at all. You feel me? I don't have any bad thing to say about anybody that smoke. Only thing I'm trying to do is put the real truth out here, because the lies has been told. People saying, "Oh, it's God's plant," but that's a lie, bro. It's a lie, because I know in my life I've gotten and sold thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. It was one point I was getting over 1,000 pounds every 2 weeks. Back in Detroit, and I'm in Los Angeles now. Every 2 weeks, I was getting over 1,000 pounds of marijuana, man. Flipping it. Me and my team, flipping it, right? And I know people right now with grow facilities right here in Los Angeles that's blocks long with thousands and thousands of plants in it. And I'm telling you right now, they're spraying chemicals on the marijuana. It's pesticides. It's one, I forget the name of the one chemical, but if you know anything about growing marijuana, the major thing that you have to worry about is these little small, they really small white little bugs, spiders. They really little, but they will destroy your whole crop, right? And anybody on this live that know about growing marijuana will know this true, right? They're really little small spiders. They're white, and they will get all down in the roots of your plants, and they would destroy your whole crop. It's a special pesticide that they spray on these plants to keep that from happening. And we're ingesting that. I know people who spray Roundup on their marijuana now. And guess what? People are now putting fentanyl. If you do research, not too long ago in California, a young kid died for smoking marijuana that was laced with fentanyl. People are doing anything to eat. People are doing anything to make their stuff the most potent stuff around. And I'm telling you right now, you don't have to believe me, man. You don't have to believe me, but you're not smoking just regular weed now. You're not just smoking just regular trees. Anytime you smoking right now, it's not the same trees that used to be back in the day, right? We used to have weed like monkey paw, cess. They called it sesame. They called it, we called Thai stick, Thai stick is what they got the original OG Kush from. It's a mixture. So the real OG Kush, when you used to hit it, used to have a lemon taste to it. That's because it came from Thai stick. Thai stick was marijuana back in the day that used to come on a stick. It used to be wrapped around a stick. Those trees was naturally grown. Now it's not like that no more, man. I'm getting all these people, like if y'all go to my post, the post went viral. It got thousands of views, thousands of comments on it. But if you look at this, even on my, if you can go to Corey Cofield, Corey_Cofield on Instagram. That's my Instagram. I got all these people coming at me in my DM and all on my posts talking about you're a clown, the stuff you talking about not right, marijuana don't hurt nobody. You never saw nobody kill anybody off marijuana. They might not have killed nobody, but they're killing themselves. Look at this generation, man. Look at this generation. These dudes are crazy, bro. Look, that's all they do is smoke all day long. All day long. I know people right now. Now, most of these guys I know are rich. They got money, right? They smoking the best of the weed, right? They might roll a blunt up. They smoke a blunt. Now, I've been in these rooms. I'm not just talking. Like some of these people on my comments, in my DMs, y'all ain't never been in these rooms. So y'all don't even know what you're talking about while you fighting me. But I know for sure that what I'm talking is facts. These people will sit up and roll a blunt, smoke it. It'd be like 3 or 4 of them. They'll smoke a blunt. Within 30 minutes, they rolling another one. And then after that, another 30 minutes, they rolling another one. And they do this all day long, man. You got people that smoke 20, 30 blunts in a day. And I'm talking about, they're not smoking like a joint. Like I said, they're smoking an eighth. For you that don't know, an eighth is 3.5 grams. People are putting 3 grams, 4 grams in one blunt. And think about the money you're spending, right? Now you can smoke the regular trees that they got out here. You might be able to get an eighth, 3.5 grams for $20, $25. Now that's not the potent trees that I'm talking about. The stuff I'm talking about, they call wrapper weed. This the weed that's 5,000 a pound, 6,000 a pound. I mean, I'm talking about highly potent, highly potent trees. This stuff is the top of the top, right? This the weed I'm talking about. And you got people that's smoking this stuff back to back to back all day. It's a problem with that. It really is. If you got to wake up and the first thing you do is smoke, it's a problem with that. If you can't get your day started until you smoke, it's a problem with that. It's not just like it used to be, man. I'm trying to look at some of these comments. People are saying, I appreciate the support. I'm getting support from a lot of people. A lot of people saying you're right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are saying you right about what you're saying about weed. But I getting a lot of people that's in my DMs that's hating, just talking about I don't know what I'm talking about and all this. Look, somebody actually commented in one of my comments and told me that it's nothing wrong with weed. It helped them get through the day and it helps with their anxiety. So listen, think about this. If you need a substance to help you get through your day, you don't think that's a problem? You don't think it's something else you need to address? Right? And guess what? Marijuana is a downer. And I hear people saying, oh, you're smoking. Okay, let me explain this. There's 3 types of marijuana. There's sativa. A sativa is what they call a head high. So it's supposedly not going to affect your body and make you sleepy and down. It's more of a thinker marijuana. So you smoke that and you get ideas and make you more creative, so they say. The next type is a hybrid. Now the hybrid is a sativa and an indica mixed. right? So let me say what an indica is before I explain the hybrid. So an indica, think of this, indica, into the couch. That's how you know. So indica is a stronger body feeling, right? So you feel it in your body. You might get you might get sluggish, you know, you might get sleepy, lazy, stuff like that. That's what happens when you smoke the indica. So now they got a hybrid that mixes the two. So now people think that's better. Oh, I'm not smoking indica. I'm smoking a hybrid. So now you messing your mind and your body up at the same time, right? So the indica is really what's mostly on the streets. The indica is really what mostly on the streets, right? So when you smoke indica, like I said, you can have a bomb idea. This is the problem with marijuana. When you get high, you get all these ideas. Oh yeah, I'm about to do this. Why are you smoking? Your mind get to moving. You get to thinking all these beautiful ideas, what I can do, all this different stuff. But guess what? Within 30 minutes, you still sitting where you were sitting at. I remember this commercial back in the day where this it was about weed. It was funny. It was this guy sitting in his mom's attic and he had a TV on and he had some glasses on inside the house, some sunglasses. Now that's the first thing. So he's watching TV and his mom comes in. You can hear the door open downstairs and she opened the door. She said, "Todd?" He like, "Yes." And he grabbed some spray, started spraying it. She said, "Did you look for a job today?" He like, "Yeah, mom, I did." He's spraying the mirror. He's spraying it, spraying it, spraying it. And what's crazy about it, this dude was in the same place that he was when his mom left. The same place. And that's what I'm saying. Most marijuana make you do. You can have all these good ideas, everything you're going to do when you first get that initial buzz. You thinking about all these great ideas. I can write this script. I could do this movie. I could do this. You get all these ideas. But the problem is, within 30 minutes to an hour, I guarantee you most people ain't done nothing what they said they're going to do. Most people haven't accomplished or did anything they said they're going to do. And if you don't believe me, all you have to do is go to my post and look up the viral video on marijuana when I was saying put it down. Read the comments. It's people in the comments that's telling the truth, saying, yes, I've been smoking for years and I've never been able to get nothing done. People been saying, yes, I be depressed, I be down. I'm having mental illness problems. And listen, I'm not saying this is all entirely marijuana because there's other issues that come in play for real, for sure, I know. But I'm trying to tell you that it's not helping. It's not helping. And anything that don't help you makes you worse. Just like back in like the one movie, the dude said, if you're not first, you last. So if it's not helping you be a better person, then what's this for? If you can't eat until you smoke, there's a problem. If you can't go to sleep until you smoke, there's a problem. And look, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, man. Everything I talk about on my page is stuff I went through. Everything you hear me talk about is experiences that I experienced and I learned firsthand. I'm 51 years old. May the 7th, I will be 52 years old. And I can be so honest with you when I tell you I have children that's grown. And my number one thing is I never wanted to be a parent that allowed my kids to see me smoke, right? So none of my kids ever saw me smoking. I wasn't one of those parents that sparked up in front of your kid, because my mom used to smoke cigarettes back in the day. And I used to hate, we'd be in the car and my mom had a window rolled up with a little crack in it and she'd be in there smoking cigarettes because back in the day, it wasn't no studies on this stuff. They didn't know how harmful it was. I'm sure my mom wasn't intentionally doing it, but it made me hate cigarette smoke. To this day, I've never smoked a cigarette. Well, I smoked one time, and the first time I snuck a cigarette from my mom and I hit it. and I choked for 30 minutes straight. And after that, it was like, oh, I'm done. I ain't smoking no more cigarettes, right? I didn't start smoking marijuana until I was 21, even though I was selling it. Even though I was highly involved in it, I never smoked it. But once I turned 21, my brother was like, yo, let's blow one. I'm like, okay. So I started smoking and I continued to smoke. But I had my first daughter at 17. Now, she used to be with me all the time. But when I got married, when I was in my early 20s, and I had my second daughter, and then right, we had kids back to back, like 1 year, the next year, the next year. I'm being honest. A lot of the times that I missed with my children was all because of marijuana. And I'm being honest, man. And it hurt me to go back. Right now, it hurts me to even think about that, right? It hurts me to think about that, that uh that I missed so much of my kids' time because I was smoking weed. I didn't want them to be around me smoking, right? So I used to smoke, and then I had to stay. I smoke, right? I stay a few hours out the house smoking, and then I had to stay a couple more hours because I was airing out. I didn't want to go home smelling like weed, and that made me miss a lot of the times with my children. A lot of the times they used to ask me, "Daddy, can we go with you?" I'm going to the store. I'm going somewhere. Dad, can we go with you? And I'm like, "No, you can't go." And the reason why I said no is because I wanted to smoke. I had a habit. Every time I got in a car, every single time I got in the car, I had to smoke. I had to light a joint up, a blunt, right? And like I said, I didn't want to be the parent that was smoking around their kids and had their kids in the car with them while they were smoking. So that led to me not letting them be with me. So it robbed me, really and truly. I'm being 100% honest, man. And it's not fun. I'm embarrassed of this because when I look back at different times that I could have been bonding with my kids, they're grown now, most of them. But it was times that I could have that it was times that I could have had them with me. It was times they could have enjoyed being with their dad. But I had something else in my life. Listen, that song Rick James talked about Mary Jane. I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my favorite thing. That's true. People are in a relationship with marijuana and they don't even see it. They don't even see it. They don't even see the stuff that they're doing. They don't even see the times that they're missing with their kids and family. And then I got some people I know just be smoking right in front of their kids. Kids be in the same room, a little bitty baby in the same room with them, and they blowing mad blunts. You think your baby not getting high? You think your kid's not getting high off the contact? That's a problem. That's abuse. I'm being 100. That's abuse, man. It's literally abuse. What is this? That's literally abuse, man. It's literally abuse. If you smoking with your kids in the car and you smoking with your kids around, yo, you exposing your kids to drugs. And regardless of what, man, it's drugs. And people can say, yeah, maybe it's not bad as crack. Maybe it's not bad as heroin, fentanyl, drinking alcohol, all this. But who want to be the worst person to die? Right? It don't matter how bad it is. It don't matter if it's better than the next thing. So okay, I'm not smoking. I'm not drinking gas, but I'm gonna drink antifreeze because antifreeze is not bad as gas. Both of them will kill you at the end of the day, and that's all I'm saying. So to you people that's on in my DM talking about you need to be worried about the food, what's in the food, and what's the chemicals in the drinking water. I'm talking about it all. I'm getting better at everything. I'm changing my eating habits. I started drinking natural spring water, putting down the soda, putting down the processed food. I'm talking about everything. But the fact is, most of this generation is coming up and all addicted, highly addicted to marijuana. That's all they do every day. And like I said, if you gotta wake up and you got to smoke before you get your day started, it's a problem. If you got to smoke before you can get an appetite, it's a problem. If you got to smoke before you eat, it's a problem. If you got to smoke before you get creative, it's a problem. It's people that can't even be creative unless they high. And I know what I'm talking about because I used to be like that. Listen, I was in the music industry. I got in the music industry at a young age. I left home at 14 years old in Detroit. 14 years old, I left home, right? I'm talking about in the streets. I didn't start smoking, like I said, till I was 21. But I'm trying to tell you that my life was affected in so many ways by weed. My life was affected in so many ways. It affected my life with my children. Looking back then, the wife I was married to, she didn't smoke, and it affected our relationship because she hated me coming in smelling like weed. And I'm telling you, I used to try to stay out and air off and all this, but it never worked. It never worked, bro. Like I always smell like it. And let me tell you, if you don't smoke, if a person don't smoke, ain't nothing you can do to hide it. So you trying to spray on cologne, all you do is smell like cologne and weed. Straight up. So you can think you spraying on cologne and all this going into your job, but I'm telling you right now, you smell like weed. And everybody can smell it when you walk in. So look, this is not a post to judge anybody. As I said before, this is not a post to criticize anybody. This is a post that's trying to get people better, help us grow as people, period. Black people, white people, Chinese people. Marijuana has crossed all lines now, all racial lines. It's crossed all economic lines. You got rich people smoking, poor people smoking. And look, if you got to decide whether or not you're gonna buy food or necessary thing that you need or weed, there's a problem. Period. So listen, all I'm saying is maybe just start looking at how you feel. And if you say, "Oh, I can stop," I got people say, "Oh, I'm not addicted. I can stop whenever I want to, but I just don't want to." Okay, I tell those people, go 3 days without smoking and see how you act. See how it affects you, and see then um, um, see then how you behave. And guess what? It's side effects that people go through from not smoking, right? You get irritable. I'm gonna look it up, man. Where my other phone at? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Watch this. So you can see that I'm not just saying this. Okay, hold on. What are some of the withdrawal symptoms from not smoking marijuana? Okay, let's look up some of these. Okay, weed withdrawals. Let me see. Let me see. Marijuana withdrawal symptoms. Okay, let me see. Most symptoms of marijuana withdrawals will begin within 1 to 3 days. Symptoms will peak during the first week. All right, let's see what some of the symptoms are. Being irritable, problem sleeping, insomnia, strange dreams. Yo, that's crazy. Nervousness, anxiety, restlessness, decreased appetite, weight loss, depression, sweating, headaches, tremors, stomach pain, nausea, vomiting. Yo, and just y'all think I'm making this up, bro? Look, I'm not just making this up, bro. These are researched, effects, right? These are researched effects. withdrawal. You really withdraw from not smoking weed, just like with heroin. And just like with anything else, you can literally go do withdrawals. So listen, I'm not going to stay on here long all day. I'm just trying to say, listen, let's do better, because the marijuana is not the same. It's chemicals being sprayed in it. And like I said at the beginning of this live, I know personal growers that got right here in Los Angeles, where all the best of the best marijuana come from. I know people right now with thousands and thousands of plants that's being grown with with guess what? With warehouses blocks and blocks long, right? And I know exactly what they're spraying on it, right? Some people are using Roundup. Once Roundup, that's the weed killer, right? All right. Now, you also got people that's using fentanyl. Look it up. This one kid died a few months ago are smoking marijuana that was laced with fentanyl. It's a whole Dateline report of people who spray. They got to spray in it, and you got to get just the perfect amount, the one little spray across a batch of it. And it makes it more potent and more addictive. Spray heavy-handedly. You can die just that fast. Marijuana now is being laced with fentanyl. I'm not just making this stuff up, y'all. Marijuana is now being laced with fentanyl. So listen, like I said, I'm not judging anybody, and I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. It's only been 3 months since I put it down. But I'm telling you right now, my body feels so much better. My heart feels so much better. My mind, I'm thinking more clearly. It's so much better. And if you think that people are not being affected by marijuana, just go look at my page at the viral video and see yourself. Go look at my page at the viral video and see yourself. See what people are saying. See what people are saying. These people are testifying that I'm not lying. These people are saying, "Dang, you're right. You're right. I do feel better." Right? I'm not just making this stuff up, y'all. Listen, anything the government gets involved in, they're going to put a spin on it, right? Why do you think after all these years they legalizing it now? Why? Because they know weed is the new crack. I promise you. People are up on crack now. They're not running around just being crackheads no more. They know that. So what did the government do? They're legalizing marijuana and they're lacing it. They're putting different chemicals on it, and they're doing different things like that to be able to make it super potent, highly addictive, and they're getting people stuck mentally, physically, and spiritually. So listen, I care about you just like I care about myself. So let's just start tapering back. I'm not saying quit cold turkey. I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody else. Because listen, as I say, I haven't arrived, but I left. Every day the feeling still comes back, and I have to make a conscious decision to say, no, man, I'm staying off of it. Some days are harder than others. But I'm telling you, we can do this. So we start a new trend. Hashtag put the weed down. So listen, share this with your people you love, man, and let them know we can do better. You don't need marijuana to be creative. You don't need weed to go to sleep. You don't need weed to eat. You don't need weed to have fun. When you were a baby, when you played outside in the streets and rode your bike, you wasn't high, and you had the most fun ever playing with your friends. This stuff is being pushed on us, and they're using the rappers. Shout out to Snoop Dogg, who said he stopped smoking, right? This letting you know people are waking up, man. Don't be left in the dark, all right? Hey, much love to y'all. Thank y'all for listening. I so appreciate every one of you, man. I really do. I really do. I really appreciate every one of you for sharing and liking my posts, even to the haters. Even to the haters, the people that's mad and talking about I'm tripping because I'm marijuana never killed anybody. Yeah, it ain't marijuana, it's you that's killing yourself. All right? So listen, much love to y'all. Have an amazing day. Okay? Only see what you wish to experience. And listen, don't rush your life. Remember, it takes longer to build a skyscraper than it does a chicken coop. So take your time and build your life. Process your life. Take small steps, little by little. Build your life. Follow your dreams. Get after your goals. Because I really believe that people have ran and left what they love to do, and everybody's just doing what they have to do to survive. But every time you do something you hate, it releases negative enzymes in your body that kills you slowly. Okay? Guess what? Your dreams and your passion will create your provision. Yo, this Corey Cofield, transformational guide, and I'm just trying to help us all be better. Okay? Much love, man. I appreciate y'all.